today at the races in the Grade 1 Donn.
Today at the races, presented by the new Breeders' Cup National Stakes Program.
I'm Kate Bradar, joined by Janine Edwards, and I cannot think of a better day to get things kicked off here for this racing season.
It's going to be a great, great race today. You know, not only do we have Cigar bringing him to the very race that brought him into the national spotlight last year, the Donn Handicap, but we will be highlighting turf specialists at the Fairgrounds and then going on to the San Vicente at California, where 3-year-olds are going down that very long and bumpy road to the Kentucky Derby.
And speaking of a bumpy road, on not such a bumpy road and in the sunshine, enjoying great racing, is our own Al Jerkins, who is at Santa Anita to give us a line on the horses in the San Vicente.
Caton, thank you very much. You know, it's not too often we get a 7-furlong affair in mid-February, acting as a prep for the 1 1/4 Kentucky Derby coming up in May. But that's what we have here at Santa Anita today in the San Vicente Stakes, $100,000 over 7 furlongs. Now the Derby contender, Honor and Glory, entered by D. Wayne Lucas and trained by Lucas, is the likely favorite in the $100,000 7-furlong affair. Now, fourth in last year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile, Honor and Glory is 3 for 5 in his young career, including a victory last month in the San Miguel at the same racetrack over 6 furlongs. It is a short field. The main challengers will be Odin's Primo and A Fleet Affair. Gary Stevens will be on Honor and Glory. That wraps it up from Santa Anita. Hope you enjoy the San Vicente Stakes on Today at the Races. Now back to Caton and Janine.
And Al Jerkins mentioned a couple of horses in this race, but a 7/8 of a mile 3-year-old race at this time of the year, top race indeed. 7/8 of a mile fast track for the San Vicente, $100,000 on the line, and these are 3-year-olds.
Yes, newly turned 3-year-olds they are. We'll take a look at the field now. Number 1 is Slew's Royal Sun, has been scratched. Scratch number 1. Number 2 is Honor and Glory with Gary Stevens, the favorite. Number 3 is Great Treasure under Chris Antley. Number 4 is Odin's Primo with Alex Solis. Number 5 is A Fleet Affair with Corey Nakatani. Number 6 is Ready to Order with Corey Black. A couple of horses we should point out, of course, Honor and Glory being the favorite, but A Fleet Affair is one who can close. He is 3 for 5 lifetime. And Ready to Order, very versatile, also closes and has won at 7 furlongs. So we'll take a look now at the San Vicente, and we'll go to Trevor Denman.
Oh, what a goal. Honor and Glory bounces out the inside gate smartly, and Odin's Primo in the orange colours. Those two go up to lead them. A Fleet Affair is settling down in 3rd. Ready to Order is racing 4th, and Great Treasure having to be hustled along a little as Lazy Early's last 7 off them. They run to the 5/8, and Honor and Glory along the inside, and Odin's Primo, and they sprinting away up front. They've opened up by 5. A Fleet Affair is racing in 3rd. Ready to Order on the outside, and Great Treasure is still the trailer. These back 3 almost in a line now, and they 6 off this leading pair. They run past a half-mile in the San Vicente, and Honor and Glory just on a long rein out here. He's going a fast pace, but doing it easy. Up alongside is Odin's Primo. Then a gap of 4.5 back to A Fleet Affair, been asked to go after that leading pair. Ready to Order's got to pick it up from there, and Great Treasure inside of him. They run to the quarter pole, and Honor and Glory now shaking off Odin's Primo. A Fleet Affair is in 3rd, then Great Treasure and Ready to Order. They get to the top of the lane. Honor and Glory now clear by a length and a half. A Fleet Affair down at the rail coming home gamely. Odin's Primo can find no more. An 8 to go. Honor and Glory tackled by A Fleet Affair. Honor and Glory has to go on, but A Fleet Affair's running a huge one on his outside. A Fleet Affair, Honor and Glory, they run for the wire together. Close between those two. Almost a dead heat. A Fleet Affair or Honor and Glory. Then Ready to Order in 3rd.
Oh, a close finish, but A Fleet Affair gets the nod in a bit of a minor upset. And Janine, you know, before the race, Gary Stevens was talking about Honor and Glory and worried that maybe the colt hadn't learned to relax. Do you think that's what did him in? Definitely.
He looked a little bit rank going down the backside. Unfortunately, he has won going a mile and a 16th, but 7 furlongs sometimes can do a speed horse in. A Fleet Affair looked like he could get the job done today because he came rolling from last place in his last start, the San Miguel. Ran 2nd to Honor and Glory that day. The extra 1/8 of a mile here today definitely worked in his favor. He wins by a bob of the head. And the nice, consistent California bred Ready to Order will round out third. Nice run by A Fleet Affair.
And you always like to see these 3-year-olds going the longer distances. It is official. A Fleet Affair, son of a Fleet, wins gamely under Corey Nakatani for the Halo Farms and trainer Jerry Hollendorfer. Second, our favorite, Honor and Glory. Little disappointment there, I'm sure. He was a $425,000 2-year-old purchase. And third was Ready to Order. The time was 1:22 and a tick. Today at the Races is being presented by the new Breeders' Cup National Stakes program and is sponsored in part by Santa Anita Park, the great place to race. By the New Orleans Fairgrounds, celebrating 124 years of thoroughbred racing. And by Gulfstream Park, the 64 days of Gulfstream. Don't miss a day.
This is incredible.
Incredible.
What is it?
The double supreme cheeseburger. It's new. Brand new.
Same kind of stuff as the Big Mac.
Yeah, but I like this better.
Oh, that's because Burger King flame broils them.
It's got a lot more beef. A lot more beef.
Gonna take all lunch hour to finish one.
The Burger King Double Supreme Cheeseburger. Less bread and 75% more beef than the Big Mac. And it's flame broiled, never fried. With fries and a drink, just $2.99.
Well, back to work. What's the rush?
I don't think we're gonna be too busy.
Maybe Burger King won't advertise it.
When I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice, I really thought it was going to be a challenge. I mean, this is a challenge. This is a sure thing. It evaporates less quickly. It also lasts longer, protects better. Old Spice guarantees it. If you don't think it's the best, you call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of your old deodorant. So if you're looking for a real challenge, go climb a mountain. If you're looking for the best deodorant, try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you got proof. Guaranteed.
Secretariat, the most famous thoroughbred racehorse of our time. Now you can call 1-800-717-ESPN and be part of this sports legend, as ESPN Home Video presents the life and times of Secretariat, an American racing legend. See the races that made him famous and hear from those closest to him, including owner Penny Tweedy, trainer Lucian Lauren, and jockey Ron Turcotte. Call 1-800-717-ESPN today and order Secretariat for just $39.95.
Quick, what comes to mind when I say Santa Anita? That much, huh? What should cross your mind are thrills, excitement, the fever of winning, but that's just the beginning. Visualize acres of breathtaking flowers. Your wife will love that. Kids climbing and swinging till their tongues drag to the ground. Yeah, I'm still talking Santa Anita. A picnic in the park. Beautiful people. Careful, you're married. Unreal value. Like, where else can you go for so little? Besides, if you stay home, you'll just have to entertain Aunt Minnie and the gang from Stockton. Hello, Aunt Minnie. Santa Anita, racing Wednesday through Sunday. It's a no-brainer, so what are you waiting for?
And welcome back to Today at the Races, presented by the new National Breeders' Cup Stakes program. There you see a Fleet Affair romping home at Santa Anita and San Vicente Stakes. A 3-year-old, a promising 3-year-old, early in the spring of the year. It's always a great thing to see. But we are going to change gears here for that Breeders' Cup National Stakes program and head to the Fairgrounds momentarily. But, you know, this new program sponsored by the Breeders' Cup is really something. They're going to be visiting 45 tracks, I think 85 stakes programs, and giving out lots of money.
Yes, $5.5 million they will be allocating to their purses and bonus awards. They will be supplementing races up to $100,000 per race. The tracks must meet whatever monies the Breeders' Cup puts up. Certainly is a tremendously successful program, and we will be highlighting that race right now going to the Fairgrounds.
And at the Fairgrounds, it's a beautiful day every place. 70 degrees, a little cloudy, but we have a firm turf course for 3-year-olds and up, going 1 1/8 miles in the Fairgrounds Breeders' Cup.
And we'll take a look at the field for this race now. It's a good bunch of horses. Number 1 is Realities, ridden by Ronald Ardoin, trained by one of the leading trainers at Fairgrounds, Tom Amos. He is 3-1 now. Number 2, Grand Continental, has been scratched. Number 3 is Kumwa. Now, this horse's older brother has won this race the last 3 years in a row. He's looking to keep it all in the family here today. Gerard Melanson rides. Number 4 is Nakadoon under Willie Martinez. Ran in the Derby in Belmont last year. Number 5 is Marilyn Moon under Chris Imai. And number 6 is Anchor. Kurt Bork is the rider. Number 7 is Born Wild. This horse won the Austrian Derby in Vienna last year. He's ridden by Mickey Walls. Number 8 is Ben Erit with Craig Perrette. And number 9 is Casabane, the 2-1 favorite right now with Eddie Martin Jr. And we are now going to go to Fairgrounds for our Breeders' Cup Race of the Week.
And, you know, this is interesting. We've got 2 horses coming in from California to the Fairgrounds. Unusual transformation across coasts there, but a lot of money here, and you get to run on the grass.
Yeah, and one horse making his first start on the turf is Knockadoon, who, like I said, ran in the Derby and Belmont last year. Hasn't run since November, trying the turf for the first time today. Let's go to Tony Bentley.
All the way together. Anchor for the lead. Now Born Wild up from the outside. Bene Erit is next. And Gaza Bayin as they come past the wire the first time. Born Wild has the lead. Bene Erit under a hold in second. Anchor is next. Then comes Gaza Bayin on the outside. Marilyn Moon next, racing in fifth. Realities is next in sixth. Then comes Knockadoon and Kumwa on the inside as they begin the run down the back straight. Born Wild leads here by 2. Anchor at the rail is second by a head over Bene Erit. It's 2 lengths back to Gaza Bayin in fourth, and Realities next in fifth. Marilyn Moon is sixth. Kumwa moves up a bit on the inside, and Knockadoon is the trailer as they head to the far turn now. And around the turn, Born Wild and Anchor, these 2 now hooked up on the lead. Bene Erit in third. Gaza Bayin on the outside, and then comes Kumwa. And down the straight now, Born Wild. Anchor towards the inside. Bene Erit looks for room. On the outside, Gaza Bayin and Kumwa along the rail. They are inside the 8th pole. Anchor has the lead towards the inside. On the outside, Born Wild. Bene Erit is next. Gaza Bayin as they hit the wire. 4 of them. Born Wild on the outside. Gaza Bayin. Bene Erit also right there, and Anchor.
Another very, very close finish, but Born Wild virtually wire to wire. Confident ride, I'd have to say, by jockey Mickey Walls.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, really, he had everything his own way. Look how slow they went, the half in 49 and 4. It's very easy to stretch a horse's speed when you can go that slow on the front end. Unfortunately, Knockadoon, who was last most of the way around, really had trouble closing the gap because the pace up front was so slow. There really was no pace, but he did make a nice little run to be fourth for his first try on the turf. Certainly was encouraging. But Born Wild, who has shown quite a bit of speed in his previous outings, does hold on to get the job done today. Gaza Bayin ran very, very well, and Ben Erit in the middle there did hold on gamely.
Can't believe Gaza Bayin's all the way in the middle of the racetrack, and he almost wins the race. It is official. Born Wild wins for Frank Stronach, Danny Vella, and Mickey Walls. 780, 440, 360. Gaza Bayin out in the middle of the track was second. Ben Erit finished third. The time 152 and 4, a little bit slow. And we are coming up on the Donn Handicap, so you're going to want to stay with us because it's the return of Cigar.
The 3 most outstanding players from America's favorite championship team now bring you for the first time ever football secrets from the world champions. Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Emmett Smith reveal explosive winning strategies and inside tips to the art of professional football. You've never seen videotapes like these before. Go inside the mind of the master quarterback, elude defenders with the premier wide receiver, and meet the most feared running back in the game today. But you can't get these videotapes anywhere else. This collection is only available right now through this extraordinary television offer. The winning football secrets from the world champions, Troy, Michael, and Emmett. An unbeatable team with an unbeatable offer. These amazing videos are yours for only $19.95 each. But that's not all. If you order right now, we'll send you this limited edition collectible poster absolutely free. Don't drop the ball. Call now.
6 nights a week, ESPN2 brings you the news, reviews, previews, and interviews from on and off the track. It's 30 minutes of pure friction. RPM tonight, Monday through Friday at 7, and Sundays at 6:30.
Hey, all you online fans, come ride the net with Today at the Races. If you have a question or comment, drop us a line. It's America Online. The address is todaymail@aol.com. We want to know what you think. And if you don't have access to the internet, fax us a note at 918-494-3786. Come on and give us some feedback.
And for all the latest news and highlights in the world of professional basketball, catch NBA Tonight with Stuart Scott and Fred Carter. NBA Tonight tips off live on ESPN2 tomorrow night after the NBA All-Star Game.
Well, in this week's At the Wire segment with news from the world of thoroughbred racing, Alan Paulson accepted the award for Horse of the Year for Cigar from Cliff Goodrich of the TRA. That was certainly no surprise there. Congratulations to him. And Ted Bassett received the Eclipse Award of Merit.
Appreciation to those representatives of the Thoroughbred Racing Association, Daily Racing Forum, and the National Turf Riders for their indulgence and their vote of confidence.
And Ted Bassett, of course, is the chairman of Keeneland and the chairman of the Breeders' Cup. Very, very deserving of that award.
And a decorated military man as well. He has accomplished an unbelievable amount in his career. Alan Paulson, great too.
Congratulations to both.
And we have got a great season of racing coming up on ESPN2. Continuing next week, we've got 3 graded stakes races from Gulfstream Park, from Santa Anita, and from Laurel. We've got the Grade 1 Santa Maria and the Grade 2 Barbara Fritchie.
That'll be a good one.
We're going to see some good fillies for sure.
Yes.
You're also going to see the Remington Park Derby and some of the top races in the country on the road to the Triple Crown, Federico Tessio Stakes and the Kentucky Derby Trial live from Churchill Downs. Then we're going to go into some of the older horses as well. We've got the Grade 1 Ashland, the Shuvi, the Metropolitan Handicap, and the Kentucky Cup Day of Racing, which was highlighted last year. I'm sure you remember. Thunder Gulch,
that was great.
Kentucky Derby winner, won the Kentucky Cup, actually. And don't forget, we've got some great racing in the new Breeders' Cup National Stakes program. But coming up next, Cigar in the Donn Handicap. So stay with us.
What do you say to the woman who makes you feel lucky to be alive?
At FTD, a tulip means luck.
How do I tell her I trust her with my life?
A freesia means trust.
There are no words for what she makes me feel.
And a red rose means passion. If you can't find the words, only the FTD Romance Bouquet says it all in the language of the heart. See your local FTD florist or call 1-800-SEND-FTD.
They enter the court in ceremony. Man connects with animal, and the beat begins. Pounding hooves, racing hearts, joyful noise. And man's judgment may ring true, and it may play false. Still, there's a connection, and the rhythm races on. The heart of racing's beating stronger than ever. Make a joyful noise. The track is back. The New Orleans Fairgrounds.
Rule number 20, sticks. Rule number 79, spearing. Rule number 82, time of match. Rule number 25, to play the game, use a puck. The Sabres look to rattle Doug Gilmour and the Leafs tonight at 7:30. Time's up. The NHL rules on ESPN2.
Well, you know, Cigar Mania is sweeping the country, and our own Meredith Robertson got an opportunity to talk to jockey Jerry Bailey about what it's like to go into a new season with Cigar, the Horse of the Year, as his main mount.
Well, it's kind of like walking into a gunfight with a loaded .45. At least that's the way it appears going into the season. I realize a lot of things can happen during the year, but I just worked him, and he's doing pretty well, so I've got to feel pretty confident. The times that I've worked him, he's really shown a lot more aggressiveness. I personally think he knows what he's done, and I think he knows his ability far more than anybody else does. He's going to be fresh, and he's a speed horse anyway, so probably he's going to be a little sharper than normal. Ideally, I would like to set off the pace as long as I could. For his first race, I'd hate to have to ask him to go wire to wire. but it's going to be tough. Nobody's ducking. Everybody's coming in. The filly Heavenly Prize looks like she's going to run. The owners of Waukeeva Springs have expressed that they would like to run against him. So nobody's ducking town, that's for sure.
And what does trainer Bill Mott look for in Cigar's first race off a 3-month rest?
You know, if it wouldn't be his best race, I think that's what we would sort of expect to see. However, I'd like to see it good enough for him to win, and hopefully that any momentum that he would gain from this race would carry him on, and he would once again improve, you know, going into his second race of the year.
And with the momentum of 12 straight wins urging him on, Cigar's performance in the Donn could quite easily bring to mind the words, "He's back and better than ever."
Neither Cigar nor any other horse in the race will have an excuse in terms of weather or track condition, because we have a fast track for the Donn Handicap, $300,000, a Grade 1 event. These are 3-year-olds and up, handicap conditions, so it's going to be weighted, and this is a tough field.
It certainly is, and Cigar is carrying the most weight of his career today, 128 pounds under Jerry Bailey. Number 2 is Waukeeva Springs with Mike Smith. He is the stablemate, but not coupled in the wagering. Number 3 is Primitive Hall, Gary Boulanger. Number 4 is Heavenly Prize with Pat Day from the Shug McGahee barn. Number 5 is Bay Street Star with Jose Santos. Number 6, Bound by Honor, and Julie Crone is currently 12-1. Number 7 is Flying Chevron with Robbie Davis. And number 8, completing the field, is Star Standard with Shane Sellers.
And Star Standard's going to come on the outside with the speed, but on the rail is going to be Cigar. So stay with us for the Donn Handicap.
John Forsythe for the Breeders' Cup.
The Breeders' Cup trophy inspires excellence in racing year-round. The essence of racing is the spirit of competition. And for over a decade, the Breeders' Cup has encouraged that spirit by funding an annual series of races, giving horsemen around the world more reason to run, more desire to win. Breeders' Cup, the symbol of excellence in racing worldwide.
Sun, fun, and the world's best horses on the run. You can have it all with just one call to 1-800-406-RACE. For as little as $4.49 per person, we'll jet you to beautiful Gulfstream Park in sunny South Florida and give you VIP treatment, including lunches trackside. As little as $4.49 for a 3-day, 2-night sun and fun great racing weekend at Gulfstream Park. Call 1-800-406-RACE today.
Mr. Esiason asks, how can I win an ESPY? Which, of course, is awarded for the year's greatest athletic achievements. My tip, start by leaving the jets.
The ESPY Awards featuring Emmett Smith, Cal Ripken Jr., Tia Carrera.
Today at the Races has been presented by the new Breeders' Cup National Stakes program and is sponsored in part by the Thoroughbred Racing Associations, ensuring the highest racing standards. Ground transportation provided by Thrifty Car Rental. For reservations at over 1,100 locations worldwide, call Thrifty at 1-800-4CARS. And we are heading to sunny South Florida, Gulfstream Park in Hallandale for the Donn Handicap, and this is where it all started just 1 year ago today. Hard to believe that it was that long ago that really Cigar started this whole streak.
Yes, it was in the Donn last year that Holy Bull broke down to everyone's horror, but Cigar did step into the national spotlight. He has been invincible ever since. And you know, Caton, it's not very often you see a horse that can consistently and methodically annihilate their competition. You wonder if somewhere along the line he's going to crack. But you know, we haven't really talked about Heavenly Prize. I mean, 1994's champion 3-year-old filly. She's never been worse than third in her career. She is going off at 6-1 right now, which is the highest odds she has ever been at.
I think she's been the favorite almost every start of her career, but she has almost always spent time racing against other fillies, and it is a disadvantage in general, I think, to put the fillies in against the boys, especially with the caliber of competition that she meets in here. An up-and-comer, Waukeeva Springs, is a stablemate of Cigar. Trainer Billy Mott obviously thinks enough of this horse to have given him an opportunity to run. He's going to have to improve a lot, but he finished a fast-closing second last time at Gulfstream Park and has the benefit of a race over the track.
Definitely, and another horse we need to watch is Bound by Honor, who's a definite closer. He came from last to win the Tropical Park Handicap last time out. We'll have to keep our eyes on him also. But all eyes will definitely be on Cigar. So let's go now to Gulfstream and Tom Durkin.
For the Donn Handicap. And they're off. Cigar was off to an alert beginning. Star Standard gunning for the lead right from the start. Primitive Hall is also right there in between horses. Flying Chevron is up close. Under the line for the first time. Star Standard the lead. And Robbie Davis dives for a hole on the inside with Flying Chevron. Those two will go head-to-head in the early going. And Cigar sits in behind them, running third. Then it's Primitive Hall fourth. Bay Street Star now running 3 wide in 5th position. Wekiva Springs has room to the inside of Cigar. Heavenly Prize is 7 lengths off the early lead. And far behind is Stretch running Bound by Honor. The pace is sharp. The opening quarter went in 23 1/5 seconds. Flying Chevron hounded by Star Standard down the backstretch. Jerry Bailey has settled Cigar down just off the lead on the outside third. Wekiva Springs is moving right with Cigar in behind the front runners with a bit more than a half-mile to run. Then it's Bay Street Star. Heavenly Prize, 5 lengths from the lead with a half-mile to go. Primitive Hall takes to the outside. Bound by Honor still far behind. And now there goes Cigar. Cigar moving 3 wide after Star Standard and Flying Chevron. And as they round the far turn with 3 furlongs to go, Cigar has taken the lead. But Wekiva Springs is a powerful presence on his outside. And those two are head-to-head. Cigar and Wekiva Springs. The battle is joined at the top of the stretch. Farther back, Heavenly Prize is rolling from third. Jerry Bailey takes a peek back, looking for the competition with Cigar, and he's pulling away. He's pulling away from Wekiva Springs, who took a bold run at him at the top of the stretch. Then Heavenly Prize is third. It's Cigar. Cigar is coming to the wire, and he wins with devastating ease. Cigar, invincible for the 13th time in a row. He just dusted Wekiva Springs today. Heavenly Prize was a soundly beaten third.
This is unbelievable. Take a look at this. This is the run going into the first turn. Now, here's Cigar on the rail. This is Primitive Hall right here to his outside under Gary Boulanger. He was sort of ranked. Gary Boulanger really had to take a hold of him. Cigar is on the fence here. Jerry Bailey's getting a little bit worried because Cigar really wants to run. So Jerry will opt to swing to the outside. Cigar will probably relax a little bit better out there. Primitive Hall back here has now settled a little bit and is dropping back into place. But turning for home, look at this. Cigar only now needs 3 more wins to tie Citation's all-time winning race streak of 16 wins in a row. Stablemate Wekiva Springs is second.
Huge effort, and I can't believe how easily Jerry Bailey was able to just see Wekiva Springs and knew he had more than enough horse left to win it all. Cigar wins under Bailey for Alan Paulson with the red, white, and blue silks in the winner's circle. Champion trainer Billy Mott keeps the streak going. Wekiva Springs stablemate is second, and Heavenly Prize finishes a game third.
Didn't disappoint either. She's never been worse than third in her career.
Final time of 1:49.2. Very respectable considering how easy he won under 128 pounds.
I can't believe Jerry Bailey never moved. And this horse just absolutely galloped down the stretch. Really, the time was not all that fast, but hey, nobody was near him, so didn't really have to go that fast.
And we've got a lot of great racing coming up. We'll be back right here next Saturday.